I received a question from a potential franchisee, and I felt like the question was quite relatable. And even though my answer is, of course, going to be self-serving and helping to grow Pepper Lunch franchises all across the country, if you are interested, please reach out. I also believe that my answers will just be helpful in general for anyone looking to buy a franchise or just scale anyway. So let's get into it. The question is, hi Paul, been following you for a while. I want to start a multi-unit operator company in 2025 in their home state. I have a list of brands I'll be contacting this year, and definitely Pepper Lunch is one of them, mostly because of your posts. With the growth of drive-thru and pickup, how do you think PL, Pepper Lunch, stands with being an experimental, I'm pretty sure they mean experiential, dine-in option? That's my biggest red flag with the brand, and I'm afraid of investing in a concept that's going against the trend of drive-thru pickup. If you could share your thoughts, I'll be grateful. Thank you so much for this question. Super valid points. I'll be sharing a couple of just random rants, but the first rant is actually dedicated to all the restaurant companies and all the franchise companies out there. As you can tell, this person responded to my content. I didn't pay for any expensive advertising. I didn't have any viral thing just take off and just capture a whole bunch of inquiries. It was just me posting content on a consistent basis, and the content has always been rooted in being educational, being entertaining, and hopefully getting people interested in franchising in general. So I have a newsletter. I also post quite often on LinkedIn and also on X. And so feel free to follow me and just follow my content. Feel free to R&D, not research and development, but just rip off and duplicate it, because I've been inspired by a bunch of other content and reskin it and repurpose it for my own self. So if you are looking to grow through franchise sales, creating content is the way to go. But back to the answer. So I do not dispute that drive-through is a huge force in the restaurant industry. As people get more time starved, people are strapped for time. They just want now. My family and I, we all go to In-N-Out Burger, Chick-fil-A, Raising Cane's all the time. Not just because they're iconic brands with incredible food and hospitality, but also drive-through. The fact that I can just stay in my car is definitely a consideration point when it comes to making decisions to eat. However, that's just one facet of the restaurant industry, and not only that, it's only one facet of why people eat. A lot of other people dine to. Nowadays, people aren't just looking for. They're not just looking to buy things. They want an experience. And so, what's unique about Pepper Lunch's model is that customers get to actually be the chef and actually get to be part of the cooking process. Of course, we curate the best quality ingredients. We give them all the parameters and boundaries to make sure cooking the food is safe and is guaranteed to have a delicious outcome. But customers actually get to mix up their food, and that is part of the experience that's just so unique and attaches customers to the brand. And don't take my word for it. I mean, we've been around for 30 years. We have 531 stores at the time of this video. We're just continuing to grow as well. And so people are craving an experience, especially when things are getting more expensive. They have to be a lot more picky about where they eat. And of course, having a unique, enjoyable experience, having an experience where people can meet up with friends and enjoy something that people can take photos and videos of and flex, is definitely a differentiator. And so that's one thing. However, we still get to take advantage. One of the advantages of drive-thru is the perceived speed. For us, we also have rapid speed operations as well. No matter how busy it is, especially one of our stores in the city of Irvine, California, which does $2.8 million a year in sales out of a tiny 1,600 square foot spot. No matter how busy it is, customers get their food in under 5 minutes. That's crazy. And customers still do relate speed to service, and we check that box even though we don't have drive-thrus. And think of it like Chipotle, where I'd say that a majority of the stores still are not drive-thru. They are inline locations, and what they've thrived upon is their speed of service as well. No matter how busy it is, no matter how long their line is, customers are still willing to wait in line because they know that the moment they hit the counter and start ordering their food, they're going to get their food within 2-3 minutes. And so we're still in the consideration set. We still are known for speed. In fact, we like to tell people that we like to have our customers pay less than $20 and they're in and out of there in less than 20 minutes. So we still get the benefit of drive-thru without having to be a drive-thru. The next thing to think about is this: if you were a landlord with a drive-thru location, if Starbucks and In-N-Out Burger and Chick-fil-A are all fighting for that spot, and you were a franchisee of, as amazing as Pepper Lunch is, and as big and long tenured as Pepper Lunch is, we're still not as big as Starbucks and those usual suspects. If we were to all put our bid in, who do you think the landlord is going to choose? The landlord is going to choose the perceived safer option, which is Starbucks or McDonald's or Chick-fil-A. And for example, and by the way, Starbucks is known for paying double the rent just to secure their real estate. And so we can't compete with that. And so that means you're going to be turned down for sites all day long. And yes, drive-thrus are very profitable centers, and they're very safe and secure centers, but that just means that there's less supply, there's more competition, and you're going to be waiting for a very long time and probably get discouraged and give up if you don't get a drive-thru. And not only that, you don't want a concept that can only do well in drive-thru. I'd rather you do so well in an inline location that's so busy that landlords take a look at you and be like, okay, you look like a safe option, or I now will offer you a real estate spot. That's exactly how Starbucks did it. Starbucks started off only doing inline locations until they reached a certain inflection point where now they can do drive-thrus. So we're not at that stage yet, and we'd be delusional if we thought we could. And so that's just where our life stage is in our business. But another perspective to have is that from an ROI standpoint, if you were to go into an inline location with Pepper Lunch and build from complete scratch, right now our FDD states that our stores are building anywhere between $600,000 to $800,000, and that's for California prices. That means that if you were to go in a drive-thru location or a freestanding building, you're going to expect to pay maybe double, triple, or even more of that. Whereas it costs about $600,000 to $800,000 to build Pepper Lunch in inline locations. McDonald's and Chick-fil-A and those guys, they are known for having to pay $2 to $3 million, maybe even more, just for drive-thru because of the unique building requirements that drive-thrus require. So that means that you're going to take many times to recover your investment. Whereas if you did an inline location, you get to conserve cash. You get to spend it on your second, third, fourth, fifth store. Whereas if you did a drive-thru right off the bat, you're going to tie all of your money into that one location and cannot open another location for quite some time. And that's definitely not the way to scale. So I hope these perspectives help. Let me know what you think as well. And if you have any questions at all, feel free to send it my way. I'm happy to answer them. Who knows, if I think it's going to be really valuable for more than just you and me, then happy to create content out of it as well. But thanks guys for listening. Hope this helps.